let's just keep it real. All right, we were all big fans of Henry Cavill's Witcher, and
Yes,
so
are still.
we were not necessarily thrilled when we got what I call Timu Henry Cavill at first, but you've had a chance to watch it now, and I believe
Yes.
you have an opinion. What is your opinion after getting a chance to check it out, sir?
Um, I guess my initial reaction was premature because I hadn't seen it, and I got a chance to watch the entire series. And I didn't not like it. Like I didn't not like it. Like that's gonna be that's gonna be the way that I'm putting that statement together. I didn't not like it.
Let me ask you this: did you like it enough to talk about it for about 2 minutes while I go to the bathroom?
I knew this was coming. This was coming. I knew this was
I
coming.
thought I was done.
Sure.
Man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I don't
yo,
know what
sure,
it was.
sure. Yeah. Live from the pot, y'all.
You want live from the pot? Is it time for
Live
live from
from
the
the
pot?
pot. Live from the pot.
Oh, we finna be
Live,
live from the pot.
live
All
from the
right.
pot.
It might be the time. All right, fine. All right, live from the pot. I will be right back. Ty, you got it for the next 60
All
seconds.
right.
Next time you see me, we'll be live from the pot, baby.
Live from the pot, baby. The Witcher. Let's see how I can go about this. So I think last week we talked about, how much we had disdain for young Hemsworth and how we didn't think that he would be able to pull this off. And I supported that theory, made a lot of assumptions. But when after really watching this series, I think the supporting cast did their job. I think everybody that we already knew was going to do their job did their job at an exceptional um, rate, and I think that the support of having those actors was enough to not shed the light so much on Hemsworth. And I think, despite the fact that the name of the show is The Witcher, and typically you guys know me, when a show is named after somebody, I expect that person to be the primary the primary person responsible for the success of the show. But in this case, I think that Henry Cavill did enough to elevate the show to the status that it was. And I think Hemsworth's job was just not to come in and damage the product that was already put out there. And I think he did a good job of not damaging the product that was already put out there. The um, the story has been a little bit, I don't know, it's I wouldn't say convoluted, but I would say that, like, get to it already. Like, it's like we did this a whole last season of, Shuri is, I mean, not Shuri, what's her name? Siri. Siri
Yeah.
is the end all be all. But for whatever reason, we've gone on a whole nother season with Siri still not, accepting that she is the end all be all. And I think that it's just dragging at this point. Like, we could have probably finished this season. Instead, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a mid-season. Maybe they're doing what a lot of Netflix shows does at this point, which is, give us a certain amount of episodes and then, give us a mid-season, to start up again, and then they give us the rest of the episodes. So maybe that's what the plan is for this season. I hope so, honestly, because a lot is transpired, but a lot of nothing really. It's like, okay, all right, I mean, do you feel like that too, Vince? In terms
Oh,
of how the story, there we go, there we go. Get that one out there. Get it. Yeah, get that one. You didn't even wash your hands. You nasty motherfucker. You didn't even wash your hands.
Vince about that one shit, man. Nice. Yo, am I echoing? I didn't bring no light in here.
Hey man, listen. We expect that echo if you live from the pot, and otherwise you lying and you just got
I
a
turned the
backdrop
fan
that,
off for
looks like a
y'all.
bathroom.
All right. Once again, I gotta say this again because we got new folks in IG. IG, come on over, man. Come on over to the YouTube chat, man. The IG is a bad neighborhood. It's just where we put the flyers out, but it's to you to come to the town hall over here in YouTube. But yeah, man. Excuse me a second. Hold on. I thought
there we go, man.
I thought, all right. I thought it was a shitty idea to begin with. To try to honestly, Henry Cavill had done such a good job at establishing who the Witcher was. He pulled RDJ on us, where he embodied the character so well. You can't see nobody else in the role, right? But we're learning now. We thought that Henry Cavill was RDJ. Turns out he was Tobey Maguire, and he can be replaced. Now, unfortunately, it's not a different director. It's not a different. It's just they just tossed them out, and you can kind of see the elements. You can kind of see a little bit, and I don't have any facts on this, but you can low key see a tiny bit of where Henry Cavill, if he saw this script and was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is this?" You can see where he's like, "Nah, man, nah, we're not doing this," because The Witcher is not kowtow to folks, and he goes from being a solo act to basically being a ringleader, and that's just not Witchers. That's just, I mean, when you see the Witchers meet up at Kaer Morhen, they're all solo acts, right? They're all solo acts. No Witcher goes around with a group. Like now, instead of him being the lone Witcher who's out there with just Jaskier on his side, now he's like Frodo. Now he's freaking now he's like Aragorn. You know what I'm saying? Like now he's the leader of the Fellowship of the Ring, and it just takes a little bit away from the whole impact, because the whole grovelly, hermity, I'm here just for just to get my money type of. So as we start, like I told you when we were talking on the phone, I was like, yo, this is the first time The Witcher did not Witcher. The Witcher did not. Oh yeah, by the way, spoilers real quick. We are going to talk about it because this has been out for a little bit, so y'all should have been.
Hey, we gonna fully spoil this shit. Like I'm telling you right now, we're fully spoil this. And this is a spoilable offense.
Yeah, man, and well, halfway through this, I'm gonna have to relocate because I think I'm almost done. I got to take care of some things with some of the paper products that are in there.
Man. You ain't get that bidet yet, huh? You ain't get that bidet. You still squirt that
little. No, I got it this one now. I got to get.
I'm gonna order you some dude wipes. I'm gonna order you some dude wipes. I'm gonna order you some dude wipes, bro. From me to you.
I got dude wipes. Yo,
No, don't use those, bro. Bro, don't you got so you one of those, bro. So you're one of those people that likes to have poop on their hand.
No. Okay, all right. Well, I don't know what your regimen is, but I use the toilet paper and the wipe.
I have a bidet. If
you go straight to the wipe, that's nasty because it'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what?
All right.
We turn into shit talk. When I say yo, pull up so we can talk some shit, this is not what I intended.
Right.
You know,
talk that shit.
But anyway.
Yeah. I heard that one hit the water. Yes, man. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah, hit that.
All right. So anyway, live from the pot. You've been begging for this for so long. I know you.
Hey man, listen, man.
Next time I bring the lights, so you can actually see. I'm just glad you
make sure you get some spray. You ain't got no spray. You don't want to hit the spray one time. You don't hit that spray one time.
I don't know if you're supposed to. Do people still use spray? I don't think that's the thing.
Did you say people don't use spray? So you just
not aerosol. No, not aerosol spray. No.
So what do you light an incense?
We got these Jones. We keep these Jones plugged in. We tug them in.
Oh.
Okay.
I
gotta put you up on something, bro. You gotta get this shit right here.
Is that pool? Is that the pool way? Make the drop in the water.
Yeah, you drop that in real quick like Vaseline before you. What are we doing?
Hey man, we're doing with loud from the. This is exactly what the people ordered.
I gotta go. My battery's gonna die anyway. But let me say this real quick before I give you the floor for one more moment, so I can relocate back to the.
Gotcha.
I think that with The Witcher on this one, I think that they wanted to reestablish the next chapter in the Witcher's life, in his adventure. Like, of course, we know the Witcher as the dude who he drinks his juice, he turns into a mutant, and all of a sudden he can kill all the monsters. He's so strong. But in this one, we learned that, because in many instances, we learned that, look, he's not cut from the same cloth. Well, let me not say that. He has evolved, okay, because he was so averse to him having any kind of band with him. But then towards the middle, toward the end, he finally accepts the fact that this is a role that he wants to play. And I'm not going to lie, I'm torn about that. I'm torn about it, because one of the Witcher's strengths, just like in the Jedi realm, which is why the Jedis don't have any companions because it makes them weaker, is the fact that he was able to work on his own. Whenever they went to Kaer Morhen, that was the only time that those Witchers were able to collaborate with each other, and those were collaborations as Witchers to get stronger. But now he has to worry about a little dwarf. He has to worry about a gnome. He's got to worry about all these powerless folks that are in his camp, Jaskier included. And I just feel like it doesn't necessarily serve him for the better. And also, like I said, just to get back to my point, this is the first time the Witcher didn't Witcher. There was no instance. He even says Witchers were created to slay evil monsters for coin. And he didn't do that in not one of these episodes. They also didn't have, until the second to last episode, they didn't have that whole mysterious element of like, what the hell is going on? Like mystery, you know what I'm saying? Like one thing that the Witcher always gave us was like, oh snap, like, yeah, we're sending you over there to kill this ghost, but then we go over there and the ghost turns out to be, the queen's daughter, and you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like save her soul. And it did that, but it wasn't for coin. It was for salvation. It was just to save themselves. And so I feel like, I don't know. The other critique I have, I'll give you after I get back, but I'm curious as to what you think about that. And also, what did you think about the role that they tried to give Ciri in this one? You've already expressed that you're not necessarily feeling how they're dragging this story on, and I agree with you. Like, it's like, for God's sake already. Like, if Ciri's supposed to be the most powerful, let us see it. Like, we don't want to see her as a member of the Bad News Bears or whatever the fuck group. What was your interpretation of that, and what do you think about my thesis about what's going on with Witcher?
Well, in terms of Ciri, I think that ultimately, if the series was going to be, if you're going to spend 2 seasons, possibly 3, with her being the main topic of both seasons, because that was last season, and here we are another season being her being the main character in the storyline again. You mentioned the Witcher not being able to Witcher. Well, you can't Witcher when you're the whole season you're trying to find Ciri. That's your only driving force at this point. Is I need to find Ciri. I need to find Ciri. I told her I'd protect her. I wasn't there for her when that he's wearing that the entire season, which is where you're seeing all these emotional things happening within The Witcher, which is why, this character of Hemsworth may be a little bit better suited for that role than than Cavill. I feel like Cavill played a really good brooding Witcher, like the dark brooding type, you know what I'm saying, and had his moments. It's more believable for the emotional side of Liam playing The Witcher. Like, way more believable.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see you crying, like Liam. I can see you like. Like at one point, I think his eyes welled up. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna cry. He's literally gonna cry.
Yeah.
And and I wouldn't have been surprised if a tear dropped. You know what I'm saying? I would not honestly would not have been surprised that if a tear dropped. I think Liam is fit for what they have him doing. I just really wish that if this was the route that they were going to go, there was no need for Liam. You didn't even need to leave. You could have just had Ciri play The Witcher, the next iteration of The Witcher, based off of the things that she's learned from Geralt, and maybe some things she learns from other people along her journey. So it would have made more sense to do that. I probably would have enjoyed this season a lot more if they would have done that, because Siri has some fight scenes that are very well choreographed. She moves well. And she's believable in those moments. Like, yo, like when you see Siri this season, this Siri is formidable. Like she don't have no problem killing. That's number one.
Right, right. Yeah.
It's in her makeup at this point. So like I just would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen them just go that route where they just had Siri, you know, become the Witcher or become an iteration of the Witcher. And then we could have just followed her story since we're following her story anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just it is starting to become a drag. I hope they get to the point sometime soon. And you know, it was there was just a lot of unnecessary stuff. But even with all that being said, I don't hate this season. I don't hate this season,
That's
and
fair.
I don't hate Liam.
I all right. I walked away not hating Liam. I didn't. First of all, I do want to say because somebody said, I think somebody on our panel said this at one point. My bad. I'm trying to plug in my joint for it dies. Somebody said, and I know one of our former panelists was very adamant about like, listen, if a part don't look like it's for you, you're supposed to pass up on it. I feel a little different about Liam because Liam is the younger brother of the main star. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to get the same. He's not going to get the same opportunities as Big Bro.
That's so messed up.
It's the truth. It's the truth, though. It's the truth.
But Liam is his own man. He's his own.
He is. But the same way Emma had to follow her path, Ella Fanning had to follow her path from apart from Dakota, even though Dakota was the one that burst onto the scene. And even Ella has said she describes herself as a Nepo sister because she did come in off of the coattails of Dakota. Let's not sit here and act like Liam didn't do the same thing. All right. Mind you, they did come up with I don't know. Actually, that might not be true because I think Hunger Games might have came out before Chris Hemsworth's Thor started getting real popular. But when Chris Hemsworth exploded, the Hemsworth name became household. And so, you got to give him at least that much. But I still think it's a little unfair to hold Liam to the same, like to make him have to be Henry Cavill because he just cannot. It's just not, nobody can. And if they're going to try to turn the page, then I think that Liam, from an aesthetic standpoint, may at bare minimum suit the role. And here's what I have to say to that. Like, if you look at the way he is, and I told you this on the phone, Ty, like, I think that The Witcher as Liam looks more like the Witcher of the video game and of the animated series than he does Henry Cavill. Here's Exhibit A. So here's the Witcher of the video game. And now you look at these two Witchers, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of see Liam a little bit more. Now, it doesn't mean anything. Now, body build, of course, aside, you're not gonna get nobody's Henry Cavill. No, nobody's gonna be Henry Cavill, bro. That's like saying, Dave Bautista, The Rock, these type of characters. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't be that. But if we're gonna have somebody who at least resembles the character Geralt from the video games, the comics, whatever, I think that they didn't miss the mark on that. Now, doesn't necessarily mean that he did the greatest job. I think that they did dial down. You said that you like the choreography. I like the choreography with the exception of his sword wielding in the beginning. There was a clear curve which he could be graded on. If you look at how he was wielding it at the very beginning versus how he was at the very end, you can see that he kind of got a little bit, it felt like he got more comfortable on set. And by the end, he was kind of wielding it a little bit more.
You think so?
I feel, the very first scene, I was like, I'm going to sell this. I'm not buying it. You know what I'm saying? I was, with his first, I was like, but again, we're coming in with extreme bias. So we got to keep that in mind as well.
I thought all of his choreographed fight scenes were very good. I thought the moment when in the very beginning when he was fighting whatever those spider-like creatures were was good. He was moving. He was very nimble. He moved around, which it could be a stunt double that's doing all of that. So it makes sense. But I think the fight choreographer may have not changed from Cavill season on to the next. So that makes sense. But he had the fight scene where he killed the 3 individuals in like the little um uh, when he was walking through the woods and he came upon the three dudes and he killed them with the knife and stabbed a couple people up. I thought that was pretty good. And then there was the troll scene when he fought the troll. I thought that was pretty good. He like jumped over the little axe, uh, uh, t- burned his sword real quick, chopped the chain, you know, does like a little twirl and then boom, hits and kills. I was like,
Little.
cool. I was like, hey, and amidst all the fights, like throughout that, all of the soldiers that he's killing amidst all of that. Um,
Yep.
I really again think that his supporting cast was a very strong supporting cast. I I
Okay.
I I I, I definitely
Yeah, they had to be.
um I think the addition of Lawrence Fishburne, uh,
Ah,
as the elder journeyman, the vampire slash, what I'm saying? It's like, listen, Lawrence is at that point now where Lawrence can ask to do whatever he wants to do, and they'll be like, "Sure, Lawrence." You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Lawrence is like, "Look, I want to be Professor X." He might very well
Yes,
be
you
Professor.
saw that.
He might very yes. He wants to be
I
Professor
think
X.
that
So
he might be the one closest to actually get in because I know they was trying to throw around like Denzel and
you're not
and a couple
listening.
other
You
folks,
didn't
but
listen. You didn't hear what I just said. Lawrence is at the point in his acting career where if Lawrence says, "I want to do this," then the directors are like, "Oh, Lawrence said he wants to do this. All right, cool. Well, tell him to come on through."
Lawrence Fishburne.
I think,
You right?
yes, because Lawrence has done everything you can do in acting. He's done stage performances. He's done he went back and did Othello. He did like
Othello,
he's done yes, and it was great, and he was masterful in
phenomenal,
that. He's played
phenomenal.
the bad guy. He's played the drug dealer.
Hoodlum,
He's played the yes. He's
Jurassic.
done
I
all
mean,
of
excuse me, Superman.
he's done everything in acting you can do. And so
The voice of Silver Surfer.
Lawrence has garnered a position in Hollywood where if he says, "I want to do this," Lawrence Fishburne is going to do it. If Lawrence Fishburne says he wants to play Donald Trump, he can go play Donald Trump. They're not going to say, "Lawrence, hey, I don't know if that's a good idea." Lawrence said he wants to play Donald. You sure? Yeah, Lawrence said it. It's done. I just think Lawrence is at this point where, again, when you have the level of success that he's had, because if we're gonna talk, you know, like iconic, Lawrence's name has to be in that conversation. You can't say
100%.
Denzel and not say
100%.
Lawrence.
Oh,
Just
you
like you
can't
can't
leave
say Lawrence
Morpheus.
without saying Morgan. Like there's some
Mm.
names up there when you think about their resume. Oh no, you can't. No.
Speaking real quick before I forget. Speaking of Morgan, I think in our Welcome to Derry, whenever we do unpack that, which may not be today, frankly,
Uh-oh.
I think we may have a connection of Morgan Freeman's character in Shawshank and Welcome to Derry.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we do. Did you watch the
I
episode
have
3?
not. I have not.
I
I have
think
not.
we may have a tie from Shawshank to Derry. And I
Okay.
think it's Morgan Freeman's character in particular, because we never did. If you watch Shawshank, we never learned what Morgan did to get in prison, if I'm not mistaken.
We
Nope.
didn't.
Nope.
Man, see, you be trying to make me go back in my brain
Please do.
way
Hey,
back.
fact
Man, I
check me,
gotta.
bro.
Hey,
Fact check me,
man.
please. Put me in my place. I'm here for it. But there was that. So I have more thoughts, but before we get into that, I just thought that we might allow some of our viewers to hear some of the actual words from Liam himself, who did get some questions from some folks with regard to the project, and he had these words to say. And let's listen in and talk about it on the other end.
We had a pretty interesting time in Wales.
Yeah, we spent a good 2 weeks on a boat. At one point, we were filming and there were no crew on the boat. There was just us hiding
Right.
protein bars and snacks around this raft. And then we radioed, "Can we come back to shore, please?" And they said, "Well, don't panic, but we did find some 19th century bombs."
That's right.
And the bomb squad is on their way. And so the safest place for you right now
Is the boat.
is on the boat.
Is on the boat.
That's it. Don't mind us.
Your reaction to that made me laugh so much. You just went, "Of course there is. Of course there are bombs." What
Of course
else?
there's a bomb. What else would there be?
Here we go again.
I remember that too when I came back to shore, and then I was in my trailer and I was eating lunch, and then I heard this explosion, and I was like,
It couldn't have been the bomb exploding. Is everyone all right?
we had a pretty interesting time in
All right,
Wales.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we,
I may or
spent-
may not have watched that before. So clearly it didn't have anything of use for the discuss. But what it did show is that the cast has they've moved on. All right, and which they have to. The literal only thing that changes is Henry Cavill. And of course the direction of the role, which you could argue that it started going downhill in season 3. You're just like, all right, how long are they going to draw out?
Yes,
this
because
hunt for
they
Siri?
made it all about Siri, and that's what I
Hunting for
said.
Siri, yeah.
It started. It went from being about The Witcher, because The Witcher, that's what made The Witcher exciting, right? Was these different. You get to find out what these different creatures are. These different supernatural beings are. They give you names of them. They give you backstories. They tell you what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, what you need to watch out for. Those things were very interesting in terms of the lore, right? And so that's like when we see him fight these things and go up against these things, it made it really, especially when he drinks the drink and then those eyes turn black. Shit's about to get real. So like the fact that we don't have that, we just have him now running behind Siri like a lost puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where's my Siri? Siri, I need to to the point where you start making bad decisions. That's what I was like. It's like you're so hell bent on finding Siri that you're willing to sacrifice everyone, not just yourself, but everyone.
Well, all right. Well, let me step in a little bit. All right. First of all, this had and Kylo Zane same. He kept talking about Siri, and my phone was like, "What would you like?" I was like, "Stop that! Stop saying this. Stop it!" You know what I'm saying? Every time Gerald is a Siri, like, "Oh shit!" But so it's not just. First of all, yes, since season 1, there's been a Siri thing. All right, except for at first we had to learn what was the significance of Siri. Season 2, it's like, all right, Siri's now trying to become a Witcher. Season 3 is like, oh shit, Siri's AWOL. Now season 4, Siri's a gang member. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here. But let me not correct you, but let me expound on your point here. You say that they're just Siri always sort of. You also have to consider the fact that Siri is also being sought by other people. All right, Siri's not just being sought out by Witcher, by Geralt, by Yennefer. She's being sought out by oh my god, names are not my thing, but the Grand Wizard dude, the dude from you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I will give you his name, sir.
Hook him up right quick.
His name for you.
Yeah, man. But they looking for Siri because not just because we miss Siri, she's so cool, but because she's been heralded as the strongest. I don't necessarily think that the franchise is dead. I think that they've successfully I don't want to say revitalized it, but at least re-energized the fan base so that they don't have to feel so distraught about not being able to finish the story. I will say this much. I have not read any Witcher comics. I have not read any Witcher literature. That's why we have some of the other members of our panel that normally, unfortunately, everybody's sick today. And I hope that everybody feels better. But I wonder what part of this storyline made Henry Cavill so willing to let it go. I have a theory. My theory is exactly what I said. Is that they made The Witcher into like a like Willow. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like like a band leader, you know, and he's like, that's not what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I don't think that has anything to do with it. And so I don't know if that's enough, but after the character that he developed, I can see how he would be like, yo, this is a sharp turn. By the way, real quick, shout out to Mr. Leo G. If you're still there, thank you for tuning into our broadcast. Yeah. From way across the pond. Yeah. We appreciate it. And I hope you come up even more. And I hope you're still here. Yeah. And one day we'd like you to leave us a voicemail. Yeah. Hi, my man.
Hey, yo, Leo. I think Henry was like, y'all turned The Witcher into a Targaryen, and I'm not here for that. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for The Witcher, and y'all changed this into Game of Thrones. And I I told him no already. I told him no already. So it's like, it's you use some words that I would disagree with. I would think the word that I would use to describe what they were able to do with this is sustain. They sustained the Witcher series, maybe for one more season, maybe. And when I say maybe one more season, I just mean this season. That's it. Like, I don't really need.
No way.
I'm just saying. We don't need if. All right, everything has been set up, right? If you look at how they're setting it up. Liam wants to retire. He doesn't want to be a Witcher anymore. He just wants to be a family guy. He wants to live with Yennefer, grow old, and raise Ciri to be the most powerful, wizard, wizard or whatever she's gonna be, sorceress, in the entire world. That has been set up the entire season, where he does these little moments where he flashes back and then he flashes forward. It's like he looks at the future and he sees himself and Yennefer growing old and Ciri just frolicking in the woods, and they're just one big happy family. And then she grows up and leaves. So all of that is set up in what they're showing. So you're like, all right, so this has one of two ways to go. If you decide that you want to keep going with a long-term process, then the only way to go is to do a spinoff that has Ciri no longer a part of this cast. Ciri now is on her own journey, and there is no Witcher.
Well, Ciri is a Witcher.
Well, she potentially can become a Witcher, but Ciri,
that was season 2. Season 2 was her becoming a Witcher. I mean, she doesn't drink the shit, but
she was training. She was training,
right?
Yeah. And she's formidable. Like I said, she's learned some things, but she's still not, there. But it's hard to just like put Ciri in a box of being a Witcher when she's also the proclaimed savior of all things. Like, she's the the reason that everybody is looking for her is because Ciri is from the last, what was it? Because they just went over it in this season. Like, I mean, they've gone over it before, but they kind of went back.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. With her family.
Her bloodline. Like, her bloodline comes from the last some type of mage or sorceress that. Yeah, she's more powerful than a Witcher. Yeah, I think she's definitely. So that's why I was like, to kind of box her in as a Witcher, doesn't make any sense when she's.
Hello, Vegeta. Come over to YouTube, man. I like those comments. These are good comics. Yeah, they got to finish it. He laughs at your Targaryen comment. Come on over to YouTube, man. All y'all Instagrammers, man. Y'all got to stop knocking at the door and come in the house.
Man, come on, man.
Instagram is
the water's warm.
Water's warm over here, man. It's real nice, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is good chocolate. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that they have started to, unfortunately, Witcher has started to become. I mean, they're starting to delve into milk the franchise syndrome, where we are. I like that Witcher was able to incorporate the animated aspects of it, which, by the way, are both very good. If you haven't seen the two animated movies that lead up to, which have nothing to do with this season, all right, so they're completely separate. So it's just not. I mean, obviously, just the storyline in that world, in that realm, it's The Witcher. But one of them is the predecessor of our Witcher. I think it might have been his dad. I think it might have been about his dad, but I'm not 100%. No, it's not. Is it his dad? In The Witcher Blood, not the Blood Origin one, but the one that was about the guy that at the end we meet.
The animated one. You're talking about the animated
one. Yeah, the animated one. Right? Yeah, with the black-haired Witcher. The black-haired Witcher.
Yes.
That shit was chef's kiss. The last Witcher was cool through the Siren of the Deep.
Yeah, because they're about literally what you said The Witcher should be about. Is a guy going to do missions for coin, hunting monsters for coin, and like that's pretty much it. So
that's what it's supposed to be. So I like that, but you also have to consider that they tried to sell us on the Blood Origins, which was, I hate to say it, was bad. And I love the lead character. I love that the world of The Witcher gives credence for black characters to exist in a mythical aspect. And it was in The Witcher season 1 that we got the black elf that a lot of folks was really up in arms about. So I like the fact that they give us these characters in a non-traditional setting, in a non-traditional role, from non-traditional backgrounds. But we did get that Blood Origin, which was very different. I was like, is this what franchise is this? And you, to your credit, after you watched The Witcher season 4, you also went and watched The Rats, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I did. Yes.
You watched The Rats, which is based on some of the characters that we meet in Witcher, specifically the ones that hung around Ciri for a good chunk. I'm just curious. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, but would you recommend it? How does it fare compared to some of the other Witcher projects that we see?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I would say that if you are curious of the backstory of the Rats, then yeah, I guess you should probably go and check it out. It gives me Blood Origin vibes, which I really didn't like Blood Origins, and I like. And so it's not really my thing. But I will say that the one character that I did enjoy from this season is the guy that is the big bad in the Rats, which is I can't find his name.
Yeah.
The one he's a bounty hunter. He's the bounty hunter guy.
The Witchers. Yeah, he was the saving grace. He definitely was. I forget his name too, though. But yeah, you're right.
I was trying to find his name somewhere on here, but I cannot seem to find it.
Well, as you're looking for that, I'll second that notion that that dude was like a breath of fresh. He was in my opinion a throwback to the original season of Witcher, where like the fighting, the relentlessness of some of the enemies was prominent, as opposed to now where he's kind of like figuring out how human he is as opposed to mutant. So yeah, I got him on here too. I mean, I got a little picture of him if you just need to see what he is. But yeah, this was the Rats. And this is the guy that I think kind of tortured them a little bit. And he was such a badass. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was like, yo, this dude right here, man. This dude right here, he summoned the Witcher just to kill him. And he gave him a fair shot. Like, I always found it interesting when the enemy, the big bad, so to speak, has morals and ethics. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have set a trap for him. But he's like, nah, okay, you're here. Draw your sword. Man up. Put your dukes up. Let's square up, whatever it was. And this dude ain't no joke. Now, I'm assuming that the Rats probably goes a little bit more into the history between the Rats and old boy, who by the name, I think his name is Boneheart.
Boneheart.
It's
like Bond something or Bo something. And
Bonhart.
then Bonhart.
Leo Bonhart.
Leo Bonhart. There it is. Leo Bonhart. Yeah. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it definitely I think is the character that I walked away from most intrigued by. And
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you sound like you got that same feeling.
Oh man, like you said, he gives you an out. He gave them an out. He was like, look, I listen. He like at one point he told a group of soldiers. He said, listen, if everything goes right, y'all just do what I ask. I won't kill all y'all. And the dude was like, oh, so you gonna kill us all? And he's like,
Right, yeah, old man,
and
yeah.
like, yeah, old man. And then he spit in his face. And then
Yeah.
you get to the next scene, and all of his friends are dead. And he's like, yo,
Hey, Grace.
you want to take it, make it hard. So his whole backstory, which they don't really go into in the Rats, which I was like, well, what was the purpose of doing this if you're not going to go into his whole backstory? Yes, he was this individual who was a very acute bounty hunter. And then like you'd have to watch
I think
the Rats.
it is.
What? There's a guy from District 9?
I think it is a dude from District 9.
That is him.
It looks
That
like
is him. That is him 100%.
By the way,
that is
sleeper fucking movie District 9 was.
Yeah.
I don't know how people shit on that movie. Peter Jackson put out a whole classic, another movie that was kind of alien-esque, Predator-esque, where you get a different point of view, where a guy turns into the alien. Holy fuck! Throughout the whole movie with a single camera, a single camera production. Anyway, sorry, just wanted to throw that out there.
No, that was a good one. No, you're right. I
was expecting District 10. I don't know what the fuck happened, but District 9 is a good. If you're sleeping on your couch and you wake up, you ain't got nothing to watch, and District 9 pops up, go ahead, give it a watch. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But anyway, I think that is the guy from District 9. And yeah, Ty, agreed, man. This dude took it to we needed this big bad, because I'm gonna keep it real.
Yes.
Oh boy, the other one with the one eye or whatever, he was annoying. The shit, he was getting on my nerves.
That's Vilgefortz. That's Vilgefortz.
Vilgefortz. Yeah, Vilgefortz. First of all, their name sucks. All right.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like you seen Vilgefortz around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I just was like, his whole we're witches and all. This dude uses a sword. It's always to me a little bit more it's a little more I like it more. Let me just say I like it more when there's direct impact from the fight scenes, as opposed to like, I didn't hate, the Lord of the Rings, Witcher, the wizard battle and all of that. But when they're just doing this the whole time, although I will say, like, there was some instances where they'd be like, and they cut the head off. I'm like, yes,
no,
yes.
Look, Shorty had a broom or something, like a staff. Yes. And she was doing that shit like Whistler, not Whistler, but my man off of Guardians of the Galaxy with the where he was doing with the whistle shit. Yo.
Some of the fight shit was on point with that, but anyway, yeah, man, that I thought was cool. What did you think? You know what I didn't hate? At first, I was a little apprehensive to Jennifer's plight. I was like, oh, okay. So you're rounding up all the chickens to go into the coop, and all right, you're the ringleader of the circus. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But the twist in it made it a little bit more palatable for me, for them to basically have to fight their own selves, and there's like people that were willing to sacrifice themselves for this Vilgefortz plight or whatever. And what old girl had to go through, there's no pictures of her on here, but
who?
It should be.
Yennefer?
Not Yennefer, but the one that Yennefer's.
You talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you talking about Frangilla? You talking about Frangilla?
Frangilla, is that her name? Yeah, she held it down. Like, she went completely undercover. She had her whole hair yoked out. She just had like her role was, I think, in terms of them being able to accomplish what they accomplished, was probably the most significant of all, right? And so I dug that. And I kind of see toward the end, by the time we get to the end, and we can go ahead and wrap this up. Welcome over here, YouTube. Yeah, Naruto, come on, pull up over here. Yeah, Naruto, come on to YouTube, man. We over here. The one thing that at the end of this season, you literally could, if you wanted to, you could honestly say that there's 3 potential spinoffs that you could have based on the way that this ended, right? You could literally have a world where they follow Geralt only and his band of misfits.
Nah.
You can have a world also where they followed Yennefer only and her new, Wiccan, group of wizard women, and and you can have a world where they follow the new Ciri, who is now basically turned into Ronin to Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Like you. All right, well, let me not go too far, but they have 3 different completely separate storylines that do run parallel, but that if they really wanted to expound on them, they could explore those routes separately, huh?
Well, I mean, Vince, you literally just described that they're doing that. Like they literally are doing that right. I know, but they're doing it right before our eyes. Like the end of this the end of what we saw. I don't know if that's the end of the season, but the end of the episodes that they gave us. At the end of the episode, Geralt just got knighted as Sir Geralt of Rivia, which, like, without them knowing that he's already from Rivia, like that's what I was like. Like, why would he was like, my name's Geralt, and like now any other time you done said I'm Geralt of Rivia, now or somewhere else, but now you're just Geralt when you're around people from Rivia. What the did you do in Rivia, nigga? What are they looking for you? Like, that sounds like somebody who did some stuff in Rivia, and he's like, yo, they from Rivia too? Oh, okay. Hey, don't mention the fact that I'm from Rivia, yo.
Yeah. Won't got
that on the low. And now everybody looking like, what? What'd you do? Hey, hold that down. Hold that down.
It remind me of let me tell you a little story. It remind me of my homeboy. Shout out to my dog Cambridge, who I've fallen out of contact with since college, but I did run with them for quite a while. But when I was at Florida A&M, my sophomore and freshman year, Cambridge was going around telling everybody he was from New York, that he was from Flatbush. He even changed his accent up. Yo, from Flatbush.
Oh.
And I didn't know. I met this dude. I was like, oh, okay, he's from New York. Maybe he just moved to Tally. I don't know. And then we was on the set one day, and we ran across some niggas from Flatbush. He was like, yeah, from New York. It was like, oh, for real, we from New York too, fam. Where you from, man? What block? He's like, Flatbush. He was like, what part of Flatbush? He's like,
the flat part. The flat part. I'm from the flat part. I'm from the flat part.
The flat part.
Yo, the flat part, bro. Flat part.
The flat part. But anyway, needless to say, after that day, he had to come clean and be like, yeah, all right, really, I just got family in New York. I was like, well, all right, well, just be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tripping. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of remind me like what Geralt is like, yeah. I'm Geralt of Rivia. And here comes the queen or whatever of Rivia. And she's like, yo, I'm just Geralt. It's like, all right, So I have a feeling, because they did mention something about Geralt not even being really named Geralt. Like, I don't think that's even his given name. So I think that there's a lot more to expound on than that. But I think we'll give that some time to breathe. Let some of our viewers, listeners, by the way, shout out to those listening. Sorry, I know I'll be ignoring the listeners, but thank you so much for listening. I'll be looking at the numbers. I'll be like, really?
So
I'm like, really? Like, what?
So Vince, what you saying in essence is that Geralt is a scammer named Brian Smith from Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, who is out here saying, who probably has a country accent, who is putting on a British accent and saying he's Geralt of Rivia, when the whole time
he's Geralt of Palaka.
when the whole time Garrett of Rivia is a 65-year-old man who's retired and has cats.
Yeah, you got
This is cat. This is like so
Come
now
on.
so now we know why Henry left.
Why Henry
Henry was
left?
like, I'm not gonna be a part of this farce anymore. Y'all told me that Geralt was a real dude. Now y'all saying it's Brian Smith from Topeka, Kansas.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
man.
Okay.
Oh man, this is
All right. Let me say this one last thing, and I hope this don't offend. I don't know why I felt this way, but for some reason, bro, the more I saw of Siri, the more I could not stop thinking that damn Siri would make the perfect Emma Frost in like an X-Men movie or something.
Why exactly?
Emma Frost is blonde, blue eyes, slim, badass, and I mean, she just exudes an Emma Frost. Like, look, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm a happily married, wonderfully happy man. But my wife and I, we can be honest about Siri's an attract. Her character's she's attractive. Very for a white girl, like Eastern European. There's a hint of exotic with her, and I feel like that could be used in a Marvel cinematic universe somehow. But that might just be me wish casting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's maybe. I mean, it's okay.
No, am I the only one? Nobody else can see. Nobody else sees Siri that was in there as
I could easily say I could easily say the same thing for Elle Fanning. I could literally say the same thing for Elle. If we're just doing that, if we're just saying little, and I'm not trying to be offensive either.
I fan casted her too. I fan casted Elle too.
You're literally just fan casting little slim white women with blonde hair, and I mean that's a lot of
song. I mean, calm down.
I hear you, but
do you know who when I see Elle Fanning? Do you know who I see with like clarity, like with no Elle is Harley Quinn. No disrespect to what's her name? Freaking
wow, that is
what's old girl.
I love how people say no disrespect and then go commence to disrespect it. Like that's it. No disrespect, but
well, I forget. Damn, man. You know her name. Come on, chat. Enlighten me. I don't got no memory.
Yes.
Old girl who plays Harley Quinn now, who's been in Suicide Squad, huh? Presley. What is her name again?
Not Presley. I don't know her.
Oh my god, she's popular too. I'm gonna be so mad when they say her name. She's a little young for Emma Frost. Are you nuts? Metatron, you credibility lost. Sorry, all the X-Men are like jitterbugs. But nah, she looks almost exactly like Harley Quinn without even putting no makeup on her. Margot Robbie, thank you, Skylar. And put on some clothes. Every time I see, I feel like Skylar just coming out the shower every time.
The disrespect, man. Margot Robbie has done. She's done a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job of playing Harley Quinn. I'm not saying that no one else can do it. But if the prerequisite for being Harley Quinn or being Emma Frost is just being white,
I was thinking Jamie Presley,
slim build and blonde hair. There is a multitude of women.
Well, obviously, we could just go to Germany and just.
I mean, I'm not saying we got to go to Germany. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you might work with somebody that looks like that could play the part of
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, you might be right. Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, wait. How did you know I'm just out the shower? I mean, hey, bruh. I mean, we got a two-way camera on our computers, and I don't like what I see, man. Put some clothes on, cover up, nasty. Just playing. Pause. So yeah, man. Anyway, I that just came through my head. All right. Well, a few more things, then we'll go ahead and get up out y'all way, man. So we won't sit here and take up all y'all time for the whole entire day.